Hey, look at I got things. Thank you, Don. I don't know if anybody can hear me. I'm gonna delete this. I just was like mowing. Why not? And then I gotta go put the kids to bed. Hey Shane, hey T. I'm being useless as usual. I wonder if I did this fence line. The babies, birdhouses. Yeah, we gotta spray under these trailers a bit. Last night I mowed until 9:30. Too much to do around here. You know what I mean? We had a tree fall. This was fun. We gotta take care of that. Fun. Mm. Mr. Ranch, Mr. Ranch had an oil delivery, so I had to go get it off the truck and switch the bucket to the forks to pick it up. And I still have to move it back to the shop. So our little tractor is still sitting in the front yard. Sorry, I'll get it moved eventually when I get there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just making noise, see, and shame. I'm just doopy doing. You guys are gonna, if I have to be tortured by mowing and doing all this crap, y'all can be tortured with me. What? Gas stand! It is so good, it is so good. Mowing ASMR. You do, you do, I gotta spray. What a mess. What a mess. It is so good, it is so good. There's a song about mowing. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. There's a song about mowing. Hmm. Bump the gate. Bump the gate. Ah, shit. Don't bump the gate. I said I turned my light on. No, bump the gate. Hey, can you guys even hear me over this noise? I can sing you a song. I don't know what it would be about. You sing the song my grandpa used to have us sing when we go fishing. Does anybody know hole in the bottom of the sea? Oh, like, I'll go live and say hi. This is totally getting deleted. It's ASMR for those of you to be tortured. And then I gotta go put all the kids to bed. But there's only so much time in a day. So you gotta get stuff done when I can. 'Cause so it is getting dark right now. Oh, T for two. Hold on. T for two. Of course, T for two knows the log and the hole in the bottom of the sea. And what's the final line after all the buildup? Let me dig into my brain. There's a knot on the thread through the eye on the needle, through the patch on the dress, on the flea on the frog, on the log, on the knot. No, on the knot, on the log, on the hole in the bottom of the sea. That's the final. If I'm remembering correctly, I sing it all the time to myself, but starting at the end makes it different. There's a knot on the thread through the eye, on the needle, through the patch on the dress, on the flea, on the frog, on the knot on the log, and the hole in the bottom of the sea. Yes, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna finish up this patch, and then I gotta go bye bye and put the kids to bed. What happened? What did I just do? Crickets. What do I do, you guys? I have to mow in the dark. Because I work all day and I gotta take care of the animals and everything else. So you get stuff done when you can get stuff done. My gas can fell off. Poor gas can. I know. Jeez. Wolfie! Hey, Wolfie. We're doing nothing, and I'm deleting this as soon as I go off. We're just hanging out, and I'm mowing in the dark. So it's kind of nice is our John Deere tractor has a mower deck, and it also has uh, like peripheral lights on it. So if I do have to mow at night, I can flip those lights on, and then I can actually see what I'm mowing. Versus right now, I'm just kind of driving around hoping I'm getting what I need to get. This is my life, y'all. Oh yeah, that's so I'm gonna finish this square and then I'm gonna be done for the evening. Got a couple acres. So I think I need to bump my gate again. Bumping the gate. The gate. Oh, all right, y'all. Turn off the lower deck. I am done for this evening, and now I have to go back to the barn and feed, put all the kiddos to bed. I really need to get that oil back to the shop. It's just sitting in the driveway. Got my little sprayer out for the little jobs that need to be done. Oy, I am done for the night. All right, I'm gonna go put the kids to bed. I would show you guys the dogs, but it's dark. Hey guys. Oh, Paula's here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we turned out the lights. I mow in the dark, Valhalla. You know, things just happen here whenever they happen. It is what it is. Yeah, right, Wolfie. Or it's this little John Deere right here we have. I have the forks on it right now because of the oil, but it normally has a little bucket on it. And around the outside it has peripheral like spotlights. So, and it has the mower deck on it too. So if I'm mowing at night, I turn on all the lights. And yeah, it looks like everyone around is probably like, what in the hell is this crazy lady doing? And I'm like, listen, Linda, I only have so much time in a day. If I have to mow with a UFO, I'm mowing with a UFO. Okay. Hey, little D. I wish I had my reception's gotten so bad in the barn that I just stopped doing feeding streams. Bye, Spice Baby. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll try again. We are gonna get different internet and stuff and see if try some different extenders and see if we can get out there. But I just can't. Every time I try to do a feeding stream, it just fails. So we're not seeing as much of the kiddos as usual. But I did post a really cute short of Dominic and Coco today. So if you guys want to see the boys, I did put a short up. Oh my God, Valhalla. Deep cleaning the barn is a fucking pain in the ass. It's such a pain. So, Mr. Ranch, yes, mowing in the dark, Vol, but I'm done now because now I got to go put the kids to bed. I don't even want to turn my camera around because I look like a fucking douchebag right now. Um, so Valhalla, you guys will get a kick out of this. You guys know the Mr. Ranch stories. Uh, so was it last weekend? I think he hit his head on the carport 3 times. Okay, I'll turn it around. He hit his head on the carport 3 times. He had a gash back here, a gash back here, and then a gash up here. And then I think it was later the same day, or maybe it was the next day. He's in the shop and he was working on our friend's truck. He was helping him replace his front brakes. So he's in the shop and he's getting some big ass tool or whatever it is. And he dropped it on his foot and broke his big toe. And I'm like, and I've learned with Mr. Ranch, and I think a lot of live wives do this, is if your husband's screaming and yelling because he hurt himself, just stay away. Like, don't go like saying, "Are you okay?" Just stay away. Now, if they come out bleeding or if it sounds like a bomb went off, that's different. But, you know, well, even when he came out bleeding, I made him wait until I finished what I was doing with the animals. But like, if all I hear is "mother son of a," bitch," I I'm not going there. I ain't I ain't doing it. Nope. I'm like, he'll get me if he needs me, or he'll yell for me. I'll hear "babe," but other than that, Um, I did check on him once that weekend because when they were working on the truck out front, I heard this big boom, and it sounded like something fell, and something did fall. They had the jack on a piece of wood out here in the grass, and underneath where that piece of wood was, there was apparently a mole track. So the semi on the jack on the piece of wood, it fell into the mole track, and the semi fell onto the ground. So then I got up just to make sure nobody was crushed or dead. But other than that, if something else happens, I ain't checking. No way. Like, just be mad, go breathe it off. You're fine. But anyway, so he cut his head open in three places. And then it's funny because the other trucker guy that was here also hit his head on the carport and cut his head open. And then he broke his big toe. And then it was Sunday night. We're done with the weekend. Everybody's exhausted. And he comes in the house and goes on the patio, and he was like, "Motherfucker." And I'm like, "What?" And he was like, "I went to go move this thing, and there was a hornet's nest there or a wasp nest. So the wasp came up and bit him in the cheek." And then I think later that, yeah, it was a Sunday. Because that night I was in experts Discord, and I was like, "Oh, you guys got to see this." Because he woke up when I was in chat on Discord, and then he ended up chatting in Discord as well because he woke up because his face hurt so bad. And I took a picture of him and I sent it to the Discord chat. But then his face was all swollen, his eye was swollen shut. And I'm like, why did I marry a crash test dummy? Can you stop trying to kill yourself? And he's always been like this. I mean, 10 years ago, when we used to go to the desert and ride around in the sand rail and stuff, which we still have, uh, I got him a face mask that's a crash test dummy. It has like the little circle things on it because he's always hurting himself. But anyway, so that was a couple weeks ago. Or no, last weekend. It's fun. Steve all? Yes, if I'm hurt, don't come near me. If all I hear is mother effer son of a bitch. Oh, wait, I'm on my channel. I can curse all I want. Um, I just stay away. He comes out and gets me if he needs me. I think I've told you guys before. There was one day I heard that and I was out with the animals, and he comes out of the shop with, a Coors. My hands are disgusting, surprise. With a Coors Light and a cigarette in this hand, holding up his other hand, and the whole side of his hand is sliced open. He's bleeding everywhere. No shirt, just beer and a cigarette, and his hand sliced open and blood everywhere. And he goes, "Babe, can you do something with this?" And I was like, "Hold on. Let me finish what I'm doing. You're fine." So I had finished up what I was doing. All my first aid stuff's in the barn because the animals need first aid more than my husband, believe it or not. Got all my cleaner and wrap and all that stuff and came in, and I was like, "Well, I can't staple that because of course I have staple gun, or for stitching up animals and stuff." I was like, "I can't staple that. It needs stitches. So you're gonna have to go to the emergency room." So I just had him cleaned it out really well, disinfected it, wrapped it up with gauze and cotton and vet wrap so it would stop bleeding everywhere, and then said, "You don't need me to go with you, right?" He's like, "Nah, I'm good." I'm like, "Okay, have fun." Gave him a kiss, and he went to the emergency room and got stitches. But he's always hurting himself, you guys. Always. Always. Oh yeah, Shane saw the picture. Yeah, it was pretty good by the next day, Shane. His face kind of deflated a little bit. It wasn't as puffy, but yeah, his whole eye was like, "Er." He looked like he had cheeks like me because I have massive cheeks. I get it from my mama. But yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, right, Valhalla. Sometimes you're like, "Don't staple me. Can you please suture that?" I just knew, like, I mean, he sliced open the whole side of his hand. So it was like, there's too much movement there. Like heads and stuff and areas that don't move a ton, like staples are fine, just throw them in. But especially areas, I mean, depending on obviously the injury. But I'm like, I can't staple that. You can't staple something that moves like this. It's not going to happen. But anyway, all right, I have to. I'm going to delete this because it's a disaster. I just hopped on to say hi to you guys. Been a while. Um, but I have to go put the kids to bed. It is 9:15 here, and I'm pretty sure Dominic and Coco are probably planning my imminent death if I don't get out there soon. So I gotta go. Valhalla, there's no reason for me to keep this video up. It's stupid. I'm driving around on a mower and talking about dumb shit and showing barrels of oil. Look, a barrel of oil. This is an amazing live stream. Jiminy crickets, kids. There is a reason to delete it. It's bullshit. And I look like shit. Everything looks like shit. Golly. Are you guys peer pressuring me into not doing what I want to do? I'm feeling offended. It was supposed to be 5 minutes of mowing, and now I've been on here for 28 minutes and 30 seconds. I am done. I am going to put the kids to bed. See how much of dinner Buck ate tonight. We'll see how he did. All right. I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye bye. I don't know how to turn this thing off though.